In a misty little village, nestled beside the winding Loire River in France, lived a boy named Lucien. Unlike other children who played chase without a care, Lucien was a boy of questions. The world, to him, was a grand puzzle box, and he couldn't help but wonder what was inside. One morning, as fog swirled around his window pane like a ghostly breath, Lucien watched the baker pull a fresh baguette from the oven. "Is the steam real?" he whispered to himself, "or just a dream I'm having?" His friend Pierre scoffed. "Lucien, it's just steam. It's as real as this bread," he said, taking a hearty bite. But Lucien wasn't convinced. The world sometimes felt like a grand play, where everything, the people, the river, even the taste of bread, might be an elaborate illusion. This thought followed him like his own shadow, making everything feel wobbly and uncertain. Later that day, chasing a runaway apple, Lucien tumbled into a part of the village he'd never seen before. Here, the cobblestones hummed with a soft light, and a peculiar sign hung above a doorway, Madame Elara's Emporium of Thoughts. Curiosity, being his oldest friend, tugged him inside. The shop was filled with clocks that ticked backward, books with blank pages, and in the center of it all, a woman with eyes as deep and mysterious as a well. "Ah, a questioner," Madame Elara said, her voice like rustling leaves. "Welcome. What is it that you doubt today, young man?" Lucien, usually shy, felt a strange comfort. "Everything," he admitted. "How do I know any of this is real? How do I know I'm real?" Madame Elara smiled gently. "A fine question. The first step to finding truth is to doubt what you see." From behind a stack of dusty tomes, a sleek black cat with emerald eyes leaped onto the counter. Ting! A little bell on its collar chimed. "This is Miro," said Madame Elara. "He only speaks what is true." Lucien stared at the cat, his heart pounding. Can you tell me if this world is real?" Miro blinked slowly. "The world is as you perceive it," the cat purred, its voice a soft, clear hum. "But your thoughts, young Lucien, they are yours alone." This strange answer only deepened Lucien's confusion. He left the shop and wandered toward the forest of mirrors, a place whispered about in village tales. The trees here had bark as smooth and reflective as glass. As Lucien walked, his reflection wasn't just his own. He saw himself as a brave knight, then a timid mouse, then a king with a heavy crown. "Which one is me?" he cried out in frustration. Suddenly, the world around him began to dissolve. The trees shimmered, the ground turned to mist, and Pierre's voice echoed from nowhere. "It's all a dream, Lucien. Wake up." A wave of panic washed over him. What if he was just a character in someone else's story? What if he was nothing at all? His heart raced, his breath caught in his throat. He felt lost, completely and utterly lost in a sea of doubt. In that moment of pure fear, a thought sparked in his mind, small but defiant. "But I am afraid." He thought it again, more clearly this time. "I am the one who is feeling this fear. I am the one thinking these thoughts. The fear is real, so the one feeling it must be real too. I am thinking." As he focused on this single, solid truth, the foggy forest began to change. A new reflection appeared in the chestnut, a knight or a mouse, but just ... Lucien, a boy with curious eyes and a determined expression. He touched the mirrored bark, and it felt solid, real. Whoosh! The mist cleared. The talking cat, Miro, was sitting on a branch above him. "You doubted everything," Miro meowed. "And in the nothingness, you found the one thing you could not doubt, your own mind." Lucien walked out of the forest, no longer a boy adrift in uncertainty, but one anchored by his own consciousness. He saw Pierre and didn't ask if he was real. He simply smiled, knowing his own experience of their friendship was real enough. He understood what Madame Elara and Miro meant. The world might be a grand illusion, or it might not be. But his thoughts, his questions, his feelings, they were undeniably his. And so, Lucien learned the most magical secret of all. True existence isn't about the world outside of you being real. It begins with the simple, powerful, and unshakable knowledge that you are thinking. I think, therefore I am. Thank you so much for joining us on this little adventure into philosophy. I hope it sparked some curiosity in you, just like it did for Lucien. If you enjoyed our story, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more tales that make you wonder. Sweet dreams, and good night.